What's up, guys? So the spring game showcase just took place. It was a collaboration between Kinda Funny Games and The Mix, and there were like 60 games shown. Unfortunately, I only found like 9 games that really piqued my interest, but let's talk about them. First off, we got Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt Punch. This is a 2D tag team side-scroller brawler game. That was a mouthful. Based off of the Jay and Silent Bob IP. If you grew up watching the Clerks movie, you know who these guys are. Absolutely hilarious. I'm hoping that not only is the gameplay good, but the story and the narrative of the game is great. I obviously want some funny dialogue. You gotta do that with an IP like this. So hopefully we hear more about this game and get it done with pretty soon. Next up, we got Children of the Sun. Now this is an interesting one. You kind of control one bullet to take out a series of enemies. You have to scope out the environment first, tag them if you need to, and then you just shoot the gun and you just move from enemy to enemy, taking them out until you finish the level. I think it's pretty cool. I imagine there's going to be some sort of a time trial mode to it, which would be really interesting to see how that works out with like the Steam community. But this game looks pretty badass. If you're into 2D action platformers, Rose and Locket might be the game for you. This game was really cool to see. I love what they're doing with the color schemes in the game. The gameplay looks pretty interesting, I'm not going to lie. And we got an official demo trailer for the game. It looks like a demo's out right now, so you can hop on Steam and check it out. I'm looking forward to checking this one out. I like a good platformer, so hopefully this one holds up. We also got a console announcement for a game called Self Lost. Now, this game looks really interesting, but when I first saw the trailer, I thought, is this just like Dredge? Is this just an update to Dredge? It has a very similar art style. Not trying to insult the developers, I'm sure they're doing a great job. It looks really cool. I like the exploration that we got to see. You can kind of travel on boat or on foot. The combat looks interesting. I guess there's like a mechanic where you can control the character independently, or you can kind of let the staff that circles around the player do its own thing. It's a really interesting looking game. There's a demo out for it right now, so you can actually check it out. This was mostly just like a console announcement trailer. We also got another trailer for Squirrel with a Gun. Now this game looks stupid crazy. When it was announced a few years ago, I was like, that looks really kind of stupid. But the more I've seen of it, the more I'm like, I gotta play this game just to see what it's like. I mean, you're a squirrel and the guns that you're using are like, they're like life-size guns. So it's just funny to watch this little squirrel walk around with these weapons. And we got like a potential release date. It looks like the game's going to be coming this year. They're saying fall 2024, and it's going to be coming to console as well. So you're going to get a chance to play it on PlayStation 5 and Xbox and stuff. So this one looks really cool. Definitely can't wait to check this out. We also got a release date for a game called Until Then. Now this one was actually super interesting. I like the art style. I thought it was a little funny how the characters were kind of bouncing through the trailer, but the game's going to be coming out May 23rd, 2024, so we don't even have to wait too long to check it out. And honestly, it's a narrative-driven story game where you're figuring out what's going on with these characters after like a catastrophic event. So I'm excited to check it out. Always looking for an interesting indie game, especially one that has a great story, so I want to see what this is about. This game Ingression that showed up at this showcase was really cool to see. The art style reminded me a lot of Celeste, which is one of my all-time favorite games. I mean, I go back and play that game to this day. But this game is interesting because like you go through portals and then it like rotates the world, and that's kind of how you solve the puzzles. It's definitely like a puzzle platformer. I'm really excited for this game to come out. It looks really cool. Like I said, I just love any game that like kind of stimulates the brain a little bit and has like an interesting mechanic to it as well. And this game definitely seems like it's got that. We also got to see a game called Into the Dead Our Darkest Days, which is a sequel in a series that I didn't even know existed until just this showcase. And it looks really cool. This is more of like a gameplay teaser trailer. There was no like new information that came with it, no release date or anything. But it's a survival side-scroller game. Looked really cool. I like zombie games, so I'll probably check it out just for that aspect alone. Again, I want to support more indies, so that'll be cool to just do that in general. And last but not least, I got to see a game called Soulbound. This game is really interesting. It's like an action roguelite. You can choose to play single player or you can play multiplayer with your friend. Looks really cool. I like what they're doing with like the character. Looks like it's like really pixelated, but there's almost like a 3D shine to the environment. Yeah, I like a good roguelite, so hopefully this one comes out and it hits. This was just like an overview trailer, so we don't have any new information on when it's coming out or if there's a demo, but looks pretty cool to me. Alright guys, so those are the 9 games that caught my eye at this most recent spring game showcase. So far they're pretty decent, but let me know what you guys think. Peace.